Welcome, everybody, back to the channel. Today, I'd say we get multi-class. It's not really multi-class, it's multi-car racing. Today, we're moving up, as I alluded to in the finale of the Formula 3 video. The previous video on this series. This is the iRacing AI. I've got myself mixed up? No. The iRacing AI JKR GT4 series. I don't know what to call this championship. So, today, we are at Daytona for the start of the GT4 season. That means we have multiple cars. We have the Porsche Cayman looking thing. We have the McLaren, whatever it is, 520S looking thing. And we have the BMW M4 GT4, which we have been invited to join by BMW Turner Motorsports, replacing Bill Auberlin as he, the all-time IMSA wins leader, is calling it a career. Now that we're in the year, I don't know, what are we, 4 years into this thing, 5 into this thing, so we're in like 2026 here. He's 60 years old. So, as usual, set for this season. I'll have to look into that here always for the first race. We have a similar procedure, single qualifying still, but 25-minute races, so a little bit longer. I need to set up, apparently. I don't have one that's enough, so let's go check my reserve files for stuff that I've built in the past. See if we have anything that we can use, or at least make sure we have a correct amount of fuel in would be ideal. So let's see. I do have a lot of setups here. I just don't have any that are not really old. So let's see. We want BMW M4 GT4, similar to the IMSA thingy-majigster, I guess. I don't know. Do we want low downforce, high downforce? I kind of want low downforce. I kind of want to do low downforce again and hope for the best, or lowish downforce. I have a high downforce setup that I use at, like, I don't know, not Monaco. Monaco's not on the sim, but like a Monaco type track. You even think of like Laguna Seca. There's hardly any straightaways at Laguna Seca. A lot of fairly fast corners. High downforce is the way to go, but low downforce for like a Daytona, like right here, or something like that. Now that makes it interesting. You want the low downforce if you can have it, obviously, but survived. We survived in Formula 3. I don't know about in this GT4 here. I'm tempted to say screw it. If we die, we die. We're going with the low downforce here. So screw it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the low downforce. We're gonna find the most up-to-date lowish downforce thing I have. We're gonna change the name over so I don't forget about it and only delete it if I'm bored one of these days. Let's see. I don't know how much fuel we need in this puppy. I don't know. We're just gonna go with like 18 gallons or something. That should be plenty. Okay, so we got not crazy amounts of downforce, but I think this is a Sebring base. I don't think I have like a... I don't think I have a normal base. I think I just have the Sebring type base thing here. So anyways, we'll go into Q, who needs practice. It's overrated. We saw in the previous series there, with well, not, I guess 2 series ago, in the Mazda Cup, the draft was a thing fairly significantly. So we'll just hope for the best and hope we can start towards the front at least and go with that. So I have no idea what good lap times are going to be here. I have no idea if we have enough fuel or not. Yeah, we got 30 laps of fuel, so we should be plenty for a 25-minute race and then some. Pit speed limit now, we got to remember, comes all the way around over to the exit over here. They changed that so you don't crash into that wall and die, hopefully. Also makes this pit exit a little easier, as well as turn 1 here, so we don't have tear-offs in this car. This car, again, I've raced some in this car. Not used to it. I do know that cold tires are brutal. It's not our GT4 car, so we're gonna see how it goes. Probably faster in the Mazda, but I wouldn't say significantly so. So, on like third and fourth gears, we're just gonna get it all wrong there. That's terrible. Just about back in fast forward. I don't feel like resetting. I hope that doesn't set the tone for how this is gonna go. Again, car that I've raced a little bit. I've raced with Dave and Coy and some people in this car, Matt occasionally, but not a lot of experience. I think I literally have 2 races in this car, and I think they were both at Sebring actually with this set. So we'll see what we can manage to put together with just a single Q lap. It's fine. It's, not a big deal. I'm not that concerned about it. It's race number 1. I don't know how many we have here. Maybe 7 races in the schedule. So definitely focusing on race 1 is like kind of a building, figuring myself out here more than we got to go win this race. So. Don't really know how to drive this car correctly, fastly, if you want to say that. I don't know what the strategy is for, you know, guys that run GT4s all the time. It seems like it's a fun series. It's fairly popular. I personally prefer the Audi JKR, just as something different, more similar to like the Jetta or the Kia or something. But people enjoy these GT4 cars, so we're going to go with it. I'm not going to use any different gear ratios or anything. We're just going to run whatever this Sebring set has. So. Maybe it doesn't even have adjustable gear rating, I have no idea. But this is what we're going with, so hope this is good enough. Just about get the car stopped. Through there nicely, good enough. Use third gear through here apparently. Feels short, it's fine. If it's correct, it's correct. Feels like it's really tall third gear, but again, maybe they're just momentum cars, which I should be able to figure out as we go, because momentum car is my middle name. First set of cones there. Not go flying off in the grass this time would be ideal. Manage not to do that. Alright. We at least haven't bended this lap. We're going to have a big mix here. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of disparity here as far as a certain car being faster at certain tracks. Like I said, we have the Porsche, the BMW, and the McLaren in this GT4 series, so I have no idea if that's going to make a difference or not. But we're in the BMW, that's the one I have, so we're going to make do with it. I don't know if I'm sure in the real, like, official series there's a preference based on track, but I'm not sure that we're going to be able to find that limit anyways, so brake nice and early there. Gonna have to get that a little bit deeper for the race. I feel like that was pretty pedestrian, but that's okay. We made it through our lap as long as I haven't been on a straightaway essentially here. So again, don't know what's fast, don't know what's good, don't know what we're aiming for, but hopefully at least it'll be something not garbage. Feels like it's significantly faster than the Mazda Cup car. We're already up over 150, so it's probably faster in a straight line significantly than a Formula 3 car, but obviously a Formula 3 car has great cornering ability, so yeah, 157, we're not anywhere near the top of the charts. So, looks like we're going to be 8th. Are we far off so far? We're not far off. We're only off the junior, and he's on the front row still. Room to grow, room to make improvements, but we're not out to launch anything, so I guess that's good. And we'll wait for Q to be over, maybe? Do I have to fast forward it? I guess I will. It's fine. So again, a little bit different 25-minute race, slightly longer, so extra, 5 to 8 minutes on this video, give or take, depending on the track. So we'll see how this goes, and ready to rock and roll. So yeah, starting 8th, it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. We could be way down the field. So 18 gallons is plenty. Apparently, we got 30 laps worth, which is like nearly an hour. So 25 minutes should be no problem. I think that the real life, or not the real life, but the races around in the series are like 30 minutes, and it starts with like 14 gallons this set had, so I just added some. So just added a big chunk, and I guess that's how much we are. Apparently the parity does become a thing. So we got a couple of BMWs up here, a couple of Porsches. McLaren next to me, I think that's a McLaren. No, it's a Porsche up on the front row. So the first McLaren is actually Tran next to us. But at least there's a little bit of difference here, so it's not all one car at the front or anything. So interesting how that plays out as far as the draft, track-by-track basis, etc. So hope you enjoy this video. Thank you all so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this race today, make sure you like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the action. Thank you to all the supporters, all the sponsors. We've made it up to our first, I guess, big-time series type of thing. So we're moving along through the iRacing ladder here, and I'll do a recap and look at the upcoming races after this race. But it's our first 25-minute race here in this GT4 series. Get to race some different kind of cars for the first time. So see how this plays out here as we go, and hopefully a good top 3 finish in the championship when all is said and done. So ready to go here. We're going to go with the third gear start because I don't know. And we're off shortly. There we go. Terrible reaction time apparently. I mean, apparently there must be solid standard gear ratios there because we didn't go anywhere. Gonna try to sneak around the outside here, 3 wide. This is a dangerous one. Just about get forced out wide. Big check up there is actually contact. I think I made that happen with going 3 wide. I didn't get involved too much in the contact. I banged a little bit of fenders, but I wasn't involved in the actual crash. So again, great start here for us. We've passed, looks like 3 or 4 cars already. We're going to try to go around the outside of Dave Kamer here. First time through there. Cold tires, just being careful. Sneak one up the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. second hairpin here at Daytona Road Course. So an incredible start already. +5 it looks like already here. So sign things to come as I'm a little bit deep in there, but it's okay. Still got the draft of the car in front. Nick Leap has gotten away a little bit at the front in his Porsche. Hopefully we can start to run him back down with some of this draft a little bit. He's gotten quite a ways out there actually, but hopefully not too far. Who did we knock off there? It looks like whoever started 6th is who we knocked off the track. That's Stevie Reese. So see how that plays out here as we head down to the bus stop for the first time. Through there pretty well. We actually managed to close up a little bit on Nick Leap up ahead, as well as on Randy Cassidy up in front of us. So we'll try to make this pass here for 2nd position as we go. To his driver's right here as we come off of NASCAR turn 4 down the front stretch. Not sure if we should be staying in 5th gear or not there. We're going to stay in 6th, it looks like. Try to go around the outside of turn 1. It's going to be a tough one, especially on still a little bit cold tires. Can't make that pass, so we'll keep that in mind. Did be able to start finish line, but did not complete a pass, so we'll keep that in mind for later in the race if we need it. Already feeling more comfortable in this car. It's amazing how, you know, you haven't raced it in a long time, and it takes literally like 2 or 3 laps to kind of get your bearings and go, oh yeah, this is how this goes. So good to keep in mind there as they're actually going to be braking there. A little bit of contact as we try to sneak up, and we're going to have a big crash together with Randy Cassidy. We're going to throw a full course yellow here. Can we do that? Are there cautions on right now? Yes, there are. So full course yellow. We're going to go in and make sure we get damage fixed among other things, and then we're going to go back and rejoin at about 10th place or so. Hey, look, it's a Turner Motorsports teammate. Is this Jimmy Broadbent? It is. Cool. So that's a teammate of ours. We're going to just go in here and clear whatever black flags we get and put ourselves back up in about 5th place, because that's what I want to do to make it interesting. So make sure our car is okay, and this will count obviously towards race time. Our first yellow flag of the series, though. We haven't had one of those just because of the cars we've been driving, but I decided to run today because the race is long enough where we can do that. So we're going to cut the bus stop here and get up to a place where we can come make a pit stop and then be good from there and get reset here. So go through those cones, nice and easy. we'll make sure we can come to pit road here. So, not serving a penalty yet. We're still trying to catch up to the pace car. We're going to pit here anyways to make sure we can get everything sorted out, not to do an extra caution lap. So, we're going to be in box about number 8 there, per usual. We're going to use the pit limiter here because I don't care. Make sure we get the damage fixed with a fast repair, and there we go. Down here, what's going on? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, we're in first gear. Duh. First gear maxes out at that speed, so I'm dumb. Speeding into pits, we're going to have to go to the tail end, but we already knew that, so we're going to go put ourselves back up where I want to be. Penalties for myself, and we'll go line up about face and hopefully have a short caution period here. So again, I think I just tapped the back end of him and he came back across us here. Single file restart here we'll go with. I don't know if we're able to make the caution go faster. I don't think we are. So just gonna have to be patient, ride this out here. Make sure we keep some heat in the tires. And get ready for a restart just like you'd see in the real series. So we'll go up and we'll put ourselves in about 5th place or so and get ready to charge again as if we survived that accident, obviously, and just spun him out and rejoined about 5th or so. So that's going to be the game plan here. We can't let some of these guys get too far ahead of us now. But I felt like we had okay pace there, so that's encouraging, good to know. See if we can get caught up here. Some of these slower cars are kind of hanging about at the back of the pack. We can't just go blowing by them because there's not space, but once they turn into the bus stop here, there we go, we can cut a big chunk of them out. See if we can get lined up here. Pick a spot in line. We should be coming to 2 to go because there are no lapped cars currently. Try to slot in right here. So if we have to start this guy, then so be it, we'll do that. Alright, race timer down to 18 minutes, so we're going to lose a chunk of time here. Pretty long caution laps. But, you know, hopefully it'll provide a little better racing on the back half of this race than getting junked like that and not having to restart. So hopefully this will be a little better. Again, going to be like 3-minute pace laps plus here, so we're going to have at least 2 more of those. We're going to get the restart of, you know, around 10 minutes to go, just about halfway to the green here, so yeah, we'll see how it turns out. We got 2 more pace laps here. I wish we could just go straight and cut out the road course section. That'd be nice, but we can't. I guess I could just pull over and do something else and then get back up again and 2 laps, but not going to do that this time. Again, we're just going to kind of hang out here in 5th spot and assert ourselves to this position. We know we have speed over these couple cars in front of us, and hopefully we can catch back up to Nick at the front once we get going. So keep that in mind. Finally get clear up in this position here. If you're going to try to make a pass on us, we'll just kind of block that, I guess. Some mirror drive in here to hold this spot, because that's what I want. So, again, maybe not the most normal, ethical, realized thing, but again, we were up passing for 2nd place. We were going to make that pass through the little kink there, and just unfortunate contact with whoever that was. So, you know, we'll restart 5th. We'll give ourselves a couple place penalty for that and go at it. And it was only, you know, lap 2 when that happened or so. So I think we had plenty of pace and plenty of time to try to make charges. So we'll just have to make it a little more exciting now. We're not going to put ourselves back in 2nd place. So see what happens on the restart. We still got another pace lap to go as we're a minute and a half into this one. And then we'll be ready to rock. So Should be exciting. I hope it'll be exciting. Otherwise, this is going to be a big waste of time. But nonetheless, I think it should be Gucci. Alright, what else are we looking at here? I'm just scrolling through YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the usuals, trying to make sure the rest of my day is good, so let's not hit the wall. That'd be dumb. Trying to figure out what else I need to do before the day is up. Almost up already today, so. There, get turned in nicely, force him off track just a little bit, make sure we're on track. Awkward, the IA doesn't really, AI? Geez, Justin. AI doesn't really know what to do in this circumstance, but we're just going to kind of make it work, so. It's all good. Not worried we'll be on the outside so we don't get a weird black flag in addition to the other one we're going to get for passing all these cars under yellow. So Porsche's first and fourth, BMW's 2, 3, 5, and what will become sixth. Tran back in seventh is going to be the first McLaren in the field. So some decent parity, I would say. I guess we'll see if the McLarens other racetracks or if it's a driver quality thing, and then the top drivers just happen to end up in the BMW and the Porsche. I guess we'll see as we move forwards. We saw Jimmy Broadbent back there in the Turner Motorsports paint scheme, a teammate to us. So hope he can continue to march up the field. We'll go check where he's running right now in the sister car, 25th. So still early going, first race of the season, but obviously it looks like we have the better four here so far. So this pace lap about 3.5 minutes, so we should get to green right about 10 minutes, a little bit more than 10 minutes to go. So 6 laps of racing it'll look like after we get the restart, 6 laps. So we'll check back on dude that we killed and double check who that was. It looks like it was Randy Cassidy, that's right. I don't know what he is at iRacing. He's some kind of staff, obviously. So, ready to go here, and we'll make sure we stay in this 5th position. Get ready to go. We got the GS stickers, which is Grand Sport category, I assume, versus TCR, but GT4 is the car class, so get some tire heat in these puppies and ready for a restart. We're going to have to fight harder on the outside of turn 1 just based on forcing ourselves in line here, basically. So we'll see if we can have some nice tire heat and be able to make a charge. We know they're slow through this kink. They break for some reason, so if we can sneak around the outside and get down to the inside here for this second of the hairpins, that would be a good way to make a place, or maybe even 2 quickly. We can't let Nick get too far ahead. We saw on that first lap even pulled almost a second gap of the rest of the pack just through the infield on lap 1. So the quicker we can get up through there, the better. And hopefully single file restart will help that a little bit, and then we can try a draft train and see what's up. And hopefully my draft works a little bit better, because we drafted around the outside of Randy on that first lap, but then couldn't complete the pass to turn 1, trying to break around his outside. So we'll have to keep that in mind for the end of the race, that you got to make the move and pass 4 start finish, and then expect to lose it before turn 1 if you're on the outside. So keep that in mind. Hopefully get a little better in the car, a little more comfortable with the set, and a little more comfortable with the track. So should be all set. We're gonna have about 10 minutes left here, so about 1.5 minutes before we get back to the start finish line. So we should have just over 10.5 minutes here. So again, still 6 laps of race time, it looks like. So again, we've wasted quite a bit of time here doing this, but we only get another 3 to 4 laps added on from what we're gonna have. So just keep that in mind. 25-minute races kind of allows us to do stuff like this if we have early incidents, or even late incidents. I guess we've raced for a while and we have full course yellow. I'll just ride around and kind of cut this out or something. I'll do some editing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But anyway, so we'll be ready to go, and I guess I'll just shut up. We haven't gotten a chance to do our shut up and let the car feel you around, see how you do a lap around here at Daytona, partially because I've been in traffic and been in trouble. I'll just kind of let you ride along with this restart and see how we navigate this first lap, getting back up to speed and trying to pick up a few spots. So I'll shut up and get ready for the restart, and I hope you enjoy this upcoming lap. does one lap done here after the restart. Nifty move at the exit of turn 1 to get around TJ Majors and his Porsche, following Richard Chilbling up through there, and then around the outside actually into the bus stop. But single file restart definitely helped everybody stay a little bit more tight together here. So we see Junior trying to take a shot for the lead on Nick as we're going to overblow turn 1 again. I don't know why, I just can't get the car turned in late there. We got stopped okay, just couldn't get turned in, so something to keep in mind. Try a little bit of a late apex there to get some momentum built up here. See if we can get on the wheel up as the brake pedal going to start to the gas pedal going to start to blip there a little bit. Not run over dude the same way we did last time. Back out of that one. Try to back up and reset here. Junior's actually pulled away a little bit, so hopefully he won't get too far ahead to have a chance at them here. See what we can do here. Again, similar position as the previous lap with a nice toe. Feel a little bit spread out ahead of us, but not too terrible. A big run here. We're actually going to go underneath, find some space, force our way up in there. Very shallow corner entry there. Just make it stick and make it work. Actually got through there pretty well, made up a little bit on Dave Cameron. Should hopefully give us a little bit of a tow down this front stretch this time. Gas pedal not wanting to work at all, which is fine. So we're going to lose a little bit of ground there to Dave down the front stretch. Hopefully hold off Richard down the front stretch to maintain fourth this time around. Got a big head of steam coming on our outside. Not a lot we can do about that. Gonna just about make that pass, so back out early. We get through there that time actually, so we maintain fourth. That's a +1. Good battle for the lead, and still trying to attack Dale Jr. up ahead. Should hopefully allow us to close up here. Should probably have 4 laps to go. I guess we've done 2 here out of the 6 I thought we'd have, so 4 laps left for sure. And, try to capitalize on some of this. I think we have good pace still, so. Second gear for the first time through the second hairpin. Not really that concerned about tire wear. We had that nice yellow to help us save a couple laps of tire wear. Push out wide there, that's going to hurt on its back straightaway. Big time, actually. I don't know what my gas pedal's doing, honestly. It's being all sorts of trippy right now, so. We're going to be under a little bit of pressure here, but hopefully we can get through the bus stop nice and well again. Again, we're running not high downforce, definitely not low downforce, even though this is Daytona. Kind of medium downforce, so. Seems like I'm really good getting into and through the bus stop, so that's good to know. Later in the race, opened up a little bit of space there. The 39 car behind us. We still aren't really catching those front guys. I think it's, you know, just small mistakes by me, not quite being familiar with how to do the maximum on the car. If they battle, we're not out of it yet, so we're still definitely close enough to make something happen at the very end of this race. Not going to have to deal with any pressure at turn 1 this time. That's good. Nick thought about taking a look there. He's going to take a look down the inside. Allow us to close up massively, as Junior's actually going to lose 2 spots there. Back down to 3rd place even, so made up good time there on these guys. 3 laps to go. Slide the rear tires under braking just a little bit on the downshift. Tire wear is starting to come into place, so we'll have to keep that in mind for future races. See if we can make up a little ground here. Nick back out front. Trying to pull away. Close right up on the back of these guys. Once again, Richards kind of pulled away from TJ Majors just slightly. Who has in turn pulled away from Gardner, so. Just about keep the thing on track this time around. slide out of that infield section and have a nice toe down towards the bus stop behind Dale Jr. We're making our way up slowly. Going to be 2 laps to go when we get back. And we got 3 cars to pass, so we're going to have to hustle a little bit here. Junior again going to go very defensive. We're going to just throw one up the inside here. Very late braking. That was actually a little bit dangerous how late I braked for that one there. That was not smart, but we had to go. We got to make that spot, so able to do that. Now hopefully we get a little bit of a toe down the front stretch. It should be a little bit of a sitting duck as far as being a leader and punching the big hole in the air, so should be able to close up nicely here as Richard tries to attack Dale Jr. behind us for 3rd spot. So Junior's actually going to go from 1st to 4th in 1 lap, nearly 5th, but he should be able to hold on to this through turn 1. Big run here for Dave. He's going to take a look on Nick down the inside of turn 1. That's going to allow us to have a nice opportunity to close up. We do. Not able to do anything quite yet here, at least in the picture, so see if one of them goes defensive. They do. Good exit there by us, actually. We're going to stay right on the back bumper and Nick leaped. Porsche came in a little bit of a smaller car, but see if it can perform. Nick on the brakes again there. Similar thing that happened with Cassidy there, is we're going to sneak up the inside. I thought about that move ahead of time. Saw the gap open up just slightly, and we had to shove our nose in there. We're running out of time, so extremely aggressive by me. That was not my best move ever, not my brightest move ever, and probably not the cleanest move ever, but gotta go. Time's running out, so we're already going to lose time to Dave Kamer here on the straightaway. Not quite in the toe. We might get a little bit of a suck down the straightaway, but we really got to have a nice bus stop here to close in and suck down the front stretch coming to the white flags. So see what we can do. We are getting just a little bit of a toe, the slightest toe, so it's encouraging if we can get in here nice and hard. Good direction change rotation. Come off there strong and straight. I apologize, we're having a little bit of a stuttering issue right now. But we are definitely in the toe, so coming to the white flag, the final lap. 6 car lengths back to Nick. We have a nice toe down the front stretch. And we're going to have a shot here, folks. We're going to come all the way back from 5th place in 6 laps and make a couple passes and have a shot on this final lap if we can get through here nicely. So we'll see what we can do. I don't know exactly what the game plan is going to be. Just about made contact there, able to keep the thing going straight. See if he has to go defensive through here. Looks like he will. Tried to take the outside line, get momentum built up. It didn't really work. Nick's actually got a little bit of a run on us, but not enough to make a pass at it appears, so he'll back out of that one. Go hard into here again like we did the previous lap. Junior going to get up on the inside of Nick Leap there into the 2nd hairpin as Nick was messing around, so we're not going to have any pressure behind us here, it looks like. We got to get through here well. We got to get off of this corner. Stay tight as we can, stay in the toe, not slide the rear tires. And I should just about do that. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. We're going to have a mighty bus stop here on this one. Nick does get back by Junior. Separated between Richard and TJ, and then Thomas Leva. Never seen that before, but whatever. Gonna have to go in here very, very hard. Make sure we get through here well. This is the exit we need right here. Got a decent exit, not the best exit I've ever had, but decent enough. Don't want to get this toe too soon. Here we go. Remember the Mazda Cup race here a couple seasons ago. Came down to the wire between Dale Jr., Nate, and myself. Coming around here on the outside, got to break that side draft. Stick it in 5th gear since we're punching the hole in the wind, and we are going to be victorious at Daytona after a chaotic race, including a big crash with Richard Cassidy. We are victorious against another BMW and Dave Kamer. one of the head-ups at iRacing. Wow. So a little bit of a crazy race, a long caution period, and the final margin of victory, less than 1/10 of a second. But we take victory in the season opener at Daytona. I can't do that. I thought we were looking good on pace. Nick got away. We had the unfortunate incident with Richard back there. Wow, I'm out of breath. That was a lot of work those last couple laps, and we really had to be aggressive with Dale Jr. and Nick Lee to be able to make that happen. We really threw some passes up the inside at weird spots and really kind of put in their hands whether we were going to have an accident or not, kind of Ayrton Senna style. But we got it done. We did it. We made the passes. We got in position, have a nice tow down the last couple straightaways. Had a nice bus stop on the last lap, and we were able to out-drag race Dave Kamer for the win here at Daytona. So excellent start to the season. Once we get this cool down done and get the officials' results all settled in, I will double check where we are at. Obviously, the points are going to be where we finish here today for race, but I'll double check where the schedule goes and how that's going to play out, and then we'll wrap this up and look forward to the next one. So I apologize that there was a big caution. It took about 6-7 minutes in the middle of this day. Probably more than that, actually, probably more like almost 10 minutes. I guess 3.5-minute pace laps. We ran essentially 3 full caution laps plus most of a chunk of one that I pitted going. So 10 minutes plus 11 minutes of caution. The 25-minute race isn't great, but it's what we had to do to get back in the game and not do a total restart or anything, and it was just a mistake by me. So we're all set and we made it through. So I hope that was entertaining. We got bugs on the windshield from following so many cars, hunks of rubber. So victorious here today. Our second trip to pit road is one of our first pit stops. We've had a couple for damage, but one of our first damage here in this career mode type thing. So we are going to grab victory at Daytona from 8th on the grid. Moved up quickly in the first couple laps. Long caution period, and we were up to most of the restart. So some great moves all around. Awesome to take the BMW Motorsports guys to victory lane, our first race together. We'll go through and we'll check the rest of the schedule. This is a running order that we ended up with. That's going to be the point standings, of course, obviously. Results now officially. You see there in the top left, flag man waving that nice checkered flag. And we'll see how it looks on the finale here. So we did win the first race, 5th series that we've been in. So we are in the 5th season, it looks like. There are, like 4 more left after this, I guess, I've set up. So double check, of course, go through the schedule here. We'll look what we got. Next up is Mid-Ohio track. We had some interesting times with last time out in the Formula 3. Yeah, Formula 3. So that's Mid-Ohio's up next, followed by Road Atlanta, another track that we had some interesting times at. Sebring International, should all be familiar. Summit Point Raceway track, one of my favorite tracks. Never raced this car there, though. We have not seen that full circuit of Summit in a while. Or I think at all. Maybe we haven't seen it at all on this series. Maybe we were in the short version only. So Watkins Glen Boot, we were there a couple times previously, and then we'll round out season race number 7 at Laguna Seca. I don't think we've seen that since Mazda Cup a couple seasons ago. So that's what we got here. It should be all set. Ready to rock and roll. So of course we're leading the standings by 1 point over Dave, 2 points over Nick, and so on. And yeah, so it's a little bit longer video, but it's all good. So thank you all so much for stopping by. And next up, we go on round 2 after a great first BMW race. So hope you'll come back again. Hope you enjoyed this one. And until next time, bye-bye.